European Championship Netherlands vs. England prediction, team news, lineups preview. After nervously edging through the first two knockout rounds, England now aim to reach successive European Championship finals. As they meet the Netherlands in Wednesday's second Euro 2024 semi-final. A high-stakes showdown in Dortmund determines which team progresses to Sunday's decider, where new favourites Spain will await. Match preview. Through to a third major tournament semi-final in 4 attempts, but only by the skin of their teeth, England have become a regular fixture at the sharp end of both Euros and World Cups without claiming the prize. So only silverware will do for Gareth Southgate's squad this summer. The Three Lions reached a 4th European Championship semi-final overall by seeing off Switzerland in last week's quarter-finals. Despite trailing to a late Breel Embolo goal heading towards the final whistle in Dusseldorf. Bukayo Saka sensationally equalized to force extra time, and spot kicks were ultimately required to decide the outcome of a finely balanced battle. England went on to clinically dispatch all 5 of their penalties, and Jordan Pickford saved from Manuel Akanji, so for the second round running, Southgate's side squeezed through. Having previously limped through the group phase, then required Jude Bellingham's stunning strike to spark a fightback against Slovakia, it has been a far from convincing journey to this point, but results are all that matter in knockout football. Southgate's 101st game in charge will see England try to become just the 6th team to make consecutive European Championship finals, and a familiar foe stands between them and a place in Sunday's showpiece in Berlin. The Three Lions now face a 4th major tournament meeting with the Netherlands. The Orange won 3-1 en route to glory at Euro 88, thanks to a Marco van Basten hat-trick. Then a forgettable goalless draw at the 1990 World Cup was followed by a famous 4-1 England win in 1996. However, having won just one of the nation's last 9 meetings in all competitions, precedent is not on the side of an English team packed with attacking talent but yet to find rhythm or inspire confidence among their fans. The most recent of those 9 encounters also came in a semi-final, with the Netherlands winning 3-1 after extra time in the UEFA Nations League. Both Southgate and Ronald Koeman were in the dugouts on that occasion too. Last weekend, the latter guided his country to a first Euro semi since 2004 by beating a spirited Turkey side at Berlin's Olympia Stadion, and, like England, the Dutch required a comeback to seal their place in the Final Four. A goal down and apparently heading for the exit, an unlikely saviour stepped forth, as Stefan de Vrij pulled his team level on 70 minutes, before the lurking threat of tournament specialist Cody Gakpo forced an own goal from Mert Mulder soon after. Seeking their 2nd European title, after lifting the Henri Delaney Trophy in Germany 36 summers ago, Koeman's men are making their way through the so-called weaker half of the draw, having only emerged from Group D in 3rd place. Following victory over Poland, a draw with France, and an eventful defeat to Austria, the Orange were handed a relatively kind last 16 tie against Romania, in which they ultimately ran out 3-0 winners. However, a squad led by captain Virgil van Dijk will attempt to win just a 2nd European Championship semi-final tie for the Netherlands. And with a dismal record of 4 losses from the previous 5, the burden of history weighs heavily on their shoulders. Team news. As the only specialist left-back in Gareth Southgate's squad, the return of Luke Shaw has been eagerly awaited. The Manchester United defender missed England's first 4 matches while completing his return from a hamstring injury, but after appearing briefly against Switzerland, he has now declared himself ready to start. That remains unlikely, though, as Kieran Trippier and Bukayo Saka are again expected to occupy either flank. Having impressed earlier in the tournament, Mark Guéhi must now battle it out with Ezri Konsa for a place in central defence upon his return from suspension. Though it remains to be seen whether it will be within a 3- or 4-man rearguard or a hybrid of both. Harry Kane was taken off during extra time last weekend, but having since confirmed he was only suffering from cramp. The Three Lions record goalscorer will be fit to build on a fine record in the European Championships knockout phase. No player has ever scored more times in the elimination rounds 5. Level with Antoine Griezmann. Kane was on the scoresheet in the semi-final of Euro 2020 against Denmark, and only two players have ever scored at this stage of consecutive European Championships, Viktor Ponedeljnik and Valentin Ivanov. Both for the USSR in 1960 and 1964. The Netherlands, meanwhile, have a major selection call to make in the final third, as the halftime introduction of Wout Weghorst against Turkey turned their quarter-final tie on its head. Ronald Koeman, who has just announced that he will stay in post until 2026, has left the door open to the Burnley striker partnering Memphis Depay from the start. However, another impact role from the bench is more probable. Either one or both of Depay and Cody Gakpo have been directly involved in 63.5% of the Orange's goal attempts so far this summer, and 6 of their 9 goals. Due to the contributions of Depay 17 shots, 10 chances created and Gakpo 13 shots, 11 chances created, the Netherlands are the only team with more than one player in double figures for both shots and chances made at Euro 2024. Koeman is likely to stick with most of his starting 11, though right-winger Steven Bergwijn has been withdrawn at half-time in both knockout rounds and finds his place under threat from Daniel Malen, who plays his club football in Dortmund. Virgil van Dijk skippers the side from central defense, 2 days after celebrating his 33rd birthday, while mercurial playmaker Xavi Simons plays a link-up role with the Dutch attack. Jordi Schouten and Tijani Reinders will cover plenty of ground in midfield. Netherlands' possible starting lineup: Verbruggen, Dumfries, De Vrij, Van Dijk, Ake, Schouten. Reinders, Malen, Simons, Gakpo, Depay. England possible starting lineup: Pickford, Walker, Stones, Guehi, Saka, Mainoo, Rice, Trippier, Bellingham, Foden, Kane. We say, Netherlands 2-1 England after extra time. While each game sees a fresh page written, England's history against their Dutch counterparts has been littered with defeats. Of all nations they have faced more than 20 times to date. Only versus Brazil do they have a lower win rate, 27%. That trend could continue in the Euro 2024 semi-finals, as the Orange's talented attackers are starting to click and will surely punish another tame Three Lions performance. If Southgate's side cannot improve, they are set to miss out on the final. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.